We've already got our first map picked up. It is the alt map in Nomad. Nomad 3 picked up here for Vaxei, actually, I believe, is the player who picked this. I have to chat real quick.
Yeah, easily one of the most versatile Nomad 3s we've seen, if not the most versatile in terms of just patterning, aggressiveness. It just really comes out on all fronts here.
Yeah, there's a lot of different types of patterns in this. We see mrekk missing a little early on some of the more cut stream focused patterning. A lot of the changes in cursor velocity required for this map are really tough to deal with. You see so many small changes in spacing all throughout different stream patterns in this map, and it makes it so difficult to continuously hold on to the correct cursor velocity, be able to properly aim a lot of this map.
Vaxei being known for his preparation in every facet, and I mean, who opens? It is not often players open up with a double S, really ever. It's just a tournament thing, I think, or just I don't know. It's just a very difficult thing to do in Osu in general, just starting out from the get-go with a double S. But is actually going to catch not only the first 100, but a large. Whoa, hold on there. Can we talk about that deal? What just happened?
Well, what happened is the map is OD8, and so he missed one note, and then note lock got him right afterwards, is what happened on that pattern. Because when the map is OD8, it's so easy to just note lock on a whole pattern afterwards. Being able to actually get back onto the pattern as they come at you is a really, really difficult task in this map, and mrekk having a little bit of a better time on it. So despite that early SS for Vaxei, it's mrekk now, combo lead, act lead, and soon the score lead as well.
Yeah, what an abrupt shift in combo there. And I mean, even I was just about to say the verses don't let up in this map either. There are virtually no breaks in this. It is completely balls to the wall. And yeah, mrekk easing into this now, just getting his groove on and just really getting the map down. I mean, obviously, you know, in a way he kind of has an advantage here, has played this map in a tournament setting before, so you know, I think he knows what he needs to do and how to specifically play this map. And, oh wow, players nailing that space stream there going into the second chorus. 40k lead for mrekk about, or 35.
And this is another break now for Vaxei, actually, on the first pick. Not going as planned. mrekk now almost cresting 800 combo with this play as we come into what's soon to be that finger control section, those 1-6 bursts near the end of the map. And I was going to talk about this a little bit, but if you are looking at, you know, a couple of picks, we talked about tech for Vaxei. Ult for mrekk is actually something that he had a generally better time on in the winners finals against Vaxei. Had a fantastic score on something good, the Hard Rock alt map from last weekend, and is definitely showing off the skills here as well. Finally drops the combo, but that lead is more than enough.
That 4-digit combo just solidifying it, and Vaxei catching another string of misses on that space stream there right before the map kind of simmers down a bit before it picks right back up during this chorus. It gives you quite literally a second or two to get your bearings back, but it's mrekk who got their bearings straight at the right time and was just able to capitalize off of it. And we're going to see not only the first point from mrekk, but the first break point too. That was great.
That's a really solid way to start it off for mrekk, man. You have to love the confidence boost that you get after taking a first pick breakpoint off of the GOAT, off of the player who has that winner's bracket advantage as well. And no hesitation for mrekk either, just goes right into double time one right after pulling off a 1k combo play on Nomad 3. Easily one of the best plays that we're going to see this weekend. And now back on the Monster.
Excited for this one. I'm so excited for this one.
We saw this in losers bracket finals between mrekk and Badu. Etienne, I think you should have the honors for this one, because I know this is one of your favorite maps in the pool.
Yeah, there's just something about this map that really takes me back to when I genuinely got into Osu. I think I just remember seeing Cookiezi pop off on this, and then other players over time were just following in his footsteps. Like, it's kind of, in a way, getting DT scores on this is like paying homage to, you know, what was starting to become the more aggressive era of Osu, of just players saying, hey, like, we can do these types of maps. And I think this is I think this is a great example of the skill progression curve just ramping up over time. And now we're at the point where we're seeing this in tournament play.
This map has just it's not gotten any easier over the years. The general player base has just gotten so much better at double time and double time aim specifically that it somehow finds its way into tournaments, like you said. But this is absolutely a solid pick for mrekk. He was able to get 98% accuracy, only 500 max combo on this, but comboed through the first half of the map and had 630k by the end of it. Does miss on the first ki time this time around, though, so is going to need to hold on to the combo for a significant period of time going into the second half of the map. Vaxei with about a 210 combo lead going into that second half. Both players hitting the burst, both on relatively good accuracy, but Vaxei above 99%. No misses so far for him either.
Yeah, these patterns are so repetitive that if you're one of those players that just has them down, listen, you got them down. You're hitting those 9 out of 10 times if you are a DT aficionado like Vaxei is. mrekk did hit them as well. You know, both players more than capable at this BPM too. And they're just, I guess the word is catchy. I know that's like, you would describe a song that, but these patterns are quite infectious, I would say. They just, they look so enjoyable to see being hit and probably pretty damn fun to hit too. But damn, we got a 20k lead coming up for Vaxei's side here.
Yeah, he's almost on that 200k lead, like you said. He's got still the 210 combo lead from the beginning, and that's doing all of the work for him right now. Does have the AC advantage as well, but it pales in comparison to what the combo lead does for the score for Vaxei right now. And he's looking to full combo this map, Etienne. We're hitting the ending jumps as well right now. Both of them hit the horizontal cross screen at the end of the map as well. And that basically just seals it up for Vaxei. That should basically be the FC if he hits the ending here. The rest of it, he's gonna pull off the FC in match.
No.
I actually can't believe it. All right.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
I was like, I'm just gonna let you talk, because I think I'm like 6 for 7, like on commentator cursing, and you're like 2 for 2 or something, like 3 for 3 or some bold, not.
That's crazy from both players, though. That really is. mrekk improving the score.
What a miss from mrekk too. What are these? Can you put these two scores together ever? How do you put these two together in one match?
Those are honestly two super crazy runs from both of these players, and mrekk improving the score by over 200k. One miss right at the beginning of the first ki. The first set of jumps in that first ki time is where he misses, and it costs him the point, unfortunately. But Vaxei, I mean, even if mrekk doesn't miss just by accuracy alone, he still wins that pick. Can you imagine if mrekk doesn't miss, and that's actually an AC battle between these two? I mean, that's a realistic scenario. Honestly, unbelievable. Fantastic from both players. And Vaxei, 99% full combo, can't be overstated. That's a really fantastic play.
I mean, I think I summarized it pretty well at the beginning of the map. Like, it's just such a great example of how far this game has come on DT. Like, it's crazy how far DT players have come, to the point where it's just like it's just a standard, just monster DT. Yeah, I'll get like one miss FC. Oh god, this map. This one's interesting. I love how stupidly bursty it is at times. The courses are hysterical. The zigzag jumps. And the lengthy streams on top. I mean, this map's wacky. This is like a what's it called? Like a wild card, I guess, type pick.
This is just whatever the pool. This is just whatever went with really wacky aim in this pool, and this type of stream aim is just a little bit crazy. You've got these types of streams near the start and middle and end of the map, and then you've got the super high spacing wiggles that really makes this map as crazy as it is. And yeah, both of these players are number 1 and number 2 on the map respectively, by the way, if you didn't know, Etienne. Yeah,
I did not know that, actually.
We do see some early breaks, though, from both Vaxei and mrekk, breaking on the patterns after that intro section. slight accuracy lead, slight combo lead for Vaxei due to the timing of the misses.
I was gonna say they're like ice skaters, like they're so in sync. They missed at virtually like just about the same time. They comboed both the cores or the intros. This should be interesting with that precedent set, and with that in mind. And I bet they're more than aware of this, which makes this. This makes this a pretty crazy pick. Then I feel like I might have known. I swore I looked at the leaderboards of this map like a couple months ago, but and look at that, they both missed at the exact same time again. It's just Vaxei with the slightly better act that's going to carry him a bit going into this next section.
Yeah, I mean, not surprising that they miss on the giant wiggle streams, right? Like, that's kind of the okay, we probably both miss here pattern, and if you actually hit it, you're just God mode at that point.
Oh, hold on a minute.
We do see, yeah, you said it, Vaxei finding a miss on these stream patterns. mrekk, though, both breaking now, and the combo reset honestly favoring mrekk ever so slightly, but there goes mrekk once again, dropping more misses on these stream patterns, and Vaxei now up almost 30k because the score actually drops on Score V2 for mrekk. When you do drop that accuracy, the score goes down accordingly.
I'm terrified for the last section, for the last stream section. I'm not ready for it.
All right, last couple sets of wiggles here. Both of them actually hit that set of wiggles. All right, sure. They both miss on the first set. They both miss on the second set. What do you call it, Etienne? Ice skaters, almost synchronized swimming for these two?
Yeah, they're so synchronized.
Synchronized comboing for these two players?
Eights, they're doing the Iron Lotus. They are more in sync than ever.
This is actually super close between these two, by the way. If either player misses, it's basically decided. There goes Vaxei's combo. mrekk now holding on to his combo over 300, cresting 400 now. And this is actually probably going to be enough to take it back. He just needs to hold ever so slightly longer. Misses on the high spacing triples, though. And now it's all on the last stream section for both of these players.
If Vaxei catches a major break, because this could be mrekk's to take, and it is going to be mrekk's to take, I don't think there's going to be enough time, especially with mrekk building this combo up.
Anything can happen, though. There's the chain list that comes out. It's so easy to drop that extra combo and score. Is it going to be enough at the end of the map? Vaxei holding on. mrekk holding at the very end. It's just the very end of the map. Accuracy at the end slightly in the favor of Vaxei. And it's as close as it gets between the two. The score just flickering back and forth forever. 2-1 to Vaxei, though, by the end of it.
As an Italian, that was the most damn spaghetti I've ever seen at the end of a map before. Holy moly.
Yeah, that is, well, we wanted a close match. It's pretty close right now between these two players, I have to say.
My God.
It's pretty damn close between the two of them. I mean, that's what you expect from, somebody who is right now considered the greatest tournament player of all time. Somebody who also right now, in mrekk's case, is considered the #1 player in the world. And probably the best tournament player outside Vaxei right now. Both #1 and #2 on the map, actually. I believe mrekk #1 on the map right now for Rubik's Cube. Vaxei #2 on the map, and it definitely delivers.
I was trying not to yell. And listen, I know people are going to be like, oh, these guys are so annoying. Listen, you hop on this mic and you see your reaction. You'd be peeing your pants, quite literally. I don't want to hear it. So, going into DT4, the short map, this is a shmoney pick. This could pay off pretty well given how short it is. If you're if you're down for that, and especially it's a techie map. Not opposed to this pick at all either, but
I saw somebody in chat say it. This map is a demon pick. This is just AR 9.5 plus DT, AR 10.7 alt slider aim in this map, less than a minute long with double time applied. This is just ridiculous to combo through correctly. Both mrekk and Vaxei, those super good high approach rate players. No trouble clearly on the reading for either of them. Both of them holding on to really solid accuracy. Slight act lead for Vaxei going into the second half of the map. And we are already past that halfway point at the end. There's the first combo break to come up from Vaxei.
I was literally just about to say it doesn't matter because the lead can just shift that fast. And wait a minute, is this going to be the 4th break point in a row?
No, this is mrekk's pick. This is mrekk's pick.
Oh, it is mrekk's pick. Okay, I miscounted. I was like throwing myself in a whirl for a second. I was getting. Wait, hold on a second. Is he gonna FC?
He is not. Oh, it's so close, Etienne.
Why?
You had to call it out.
There wasn't even like half a second left.
You had to call it out at the end. You had to call it out. It's just welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
I think I'm the head at this. I think I'm the head at. I'm the president of the club at this point.
It honestly is. That is a really ridiculous score still from mrekk. One slider break at the very end of the map, well over 97% accuracy. Solid one misplay from Vaxei to boot. That is still a very, very close map. Vaxei doesn't miss, and suddenly that's basically a double FC for both of them, right? So
yeah, I don't know who
very close pick.
I don't know where the hundreds were. that could have been the craziest nail biter ever, but I don't know if I would have been able to handle two in a row. Ooh, this should be interesting. I don't know how this one's gonna go.
I have to favor Vaxei on this for a couple reasons.
I'm thinking patience. I think Vaxei's a much more patient player.
We'll see. We'll see about that. There's definitely some maps where I think mrekk does very, very well. For example, stuff like Hard Rock 4, which Vaxei banned out, right? Stuff like Hard Rock 1 or Nomad 1, I also think are good picks for mrekk in this matchup in general, or at least okay picks for mrekk in this matchup. The reason I think this is a good pick for Vaxei is that he is, in general, a better hidden player. You remember in YSC Grand Finals, mrekk banning out hidden, banning out reading maps against Mathy, and Mathy banning out the speed maps against mrekk, if I'm remembering correctly. But generally speaking, mrekk not super solid compared to a lot of the other well-rounded, super high-caliber tournament players at this level like Vaxei. And, you know, Vaxei well known for putting up just incredible scores on super high BPM, super hard tech maps all throughout the game in solo play. So no surprises that this map gets picked up for him. And he's off to a pretty fantastic start, 98% on the full combo.
Yeah, I think ever since Vaxei's introduction to tournaments, he just grew, like, I guess he just became very enamored with tech-oriented maps. Because I remember he just kind of avoided this type of stuff for the longest time. And then, you know, come early 2017, late 2016 was when we just saw a complete and utter flourishment of that skill set. And now it's become, you know, like the best in the business, honestly. And even on the more lengthy ones, you know, we've seen time and time again, you know, super lengthy tech maps, you know, ranging like 2,000 to 2,500 notes, and usually within the Camellia sphere, just so dominant on these.
And while we've been talking about this, by the way, we have had a couple combo breaks for both players. Vaxei not on the full combo any longer, has had a few misses here and there, but less frequent than mrekk. mrekk right now on the combo advantage, does have a 2% act deficit to overcome with that combo lead, however. So it is going to be a little bit more difficult for mrekk to build up any type of score lead or even to eliminate the score advantage that Vaxei has right now over him. Vaxei still up about 35k or so over mrekk, despite the combo lead that mrekk has at the moment. And you know, mrekk definitely not bad at this map, by the way. I believe mrekk has a like 1300 combo Nomad play or something like that. That's just a couple slider breaks near the end of the map.
Oh, okay. I was not expecting both players to hit that section. I get scared every time that comes up. And yeah, mrekk really building up some combo here. You know, if there's any precedent to go off of during the first map of this tournament or this match, it's really just that mrekk has the ability to adapt and just kind of shake off what was going on in the past and just, you know, whether, you know, just bring that aggression back that he's very familiar with mentally and physically. But is going to catch a miss there, unfortunately, balance the playing field out once again between the two players, and 35k deficit ain't a lot, you know, for a map this long.
Yeah, there's definitely a score lead for Vaxei at the moment. It's not a huge one. It's, like you said, that 35, 40k right now. But it's going to increase with the act lead that Vaxei has. Still has that 2% accuracy lead on mrekk, and that means that any combo that both of these players accumulate, it's just going to be that much more effective for Vaxei at building up the score. So there has to be a combo advantage for mrekk on this map if he wants to try and take the break point. It is still relatively close. It's definitely possible here on the ending if Vaxei does find a break and mrekk is able to hold, but it's the opposite. mrekk finding that slider break going into the last quarter of the map, and Vaxei still holding the combo from after the 1/3 slowdown slider stream with wiggles that both of them broke on earlier in the pick, and mrekk just started breaking on nothing. It doesn't really matter.
Interesting misses there. Yeah, very unorthodox misses coming there. Nailing that stream, you know, shaking it off, and that's what I love to see from players. It's just getting right back on track, even though when you least expect it. With certain misses, you just have to shake it off. You just have to pretend like it didn't happen. Because once you stay on autopilot and in that Zen mode, you know, that really separates a lot of tournament players from others. But Vaxei is going to be maintaining this combo, and it's not even going to matter, especially hitting that stream, that accelerating stream section. And
that stream's nasty, man. That stream is nasty. You hit that with hidden, that is just disgusting. No contest on this map, really. It was close going into the last about third of the map, but throughout the first half, Vaxei with the more consistent combo, 2% accuracy up on mrekk all throughout the pick, and that ending really just shows the level of comfort that Vaxei has on this sort of style of map. He is so good at these types of really tricky tech picks, especially with hidden applied. I think it just adds that extra layer of discomfort for mrekk that makes Vaxei all the more favored on that type of map. So solid pick, up 3-2 now. It's one of the first long maps that we've had in this pool as well. We've gone from an early alt pick from Vaxei.
Oh yes, Hard Rock 2, baby. I am so pumped.
Yeah, this is an interesting pick. This is an interesting pick for sure.
Was I expecting mrekk to go for this after what happened during the last match? Not exactly, but I'm not complaining seeing it.
Yeah, he had an okay score. You know, it was not a bad play from mrekk on this map in the losers bracket finals against Badu. He still had 440k. It's just that Badu sort of put on a clinic on that map. He's sort of known for being super good at getting picked up now. This map
Oh
is...
no.
It's an interesting one. It's a fun pick, though.
Are we going to see a rendition, another rendition of Nomad 3? Oh, man. Well, we're not going to need... I don't know if we'll need mods on standby here, because everyone knows what to do for this. And you know the drill by now. Euro beat version or not, you know the shenanigans.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun one. 2 bangers back-to-back, so I hope the chat's enjoying their stay. And, you know, show your love before the chorus comes for your players. I know y'all are rooting for someone. And if you're not, you know, that's cool. That's cool. I am pressuring you, but...
Biggest things to help everybody enjoy their stay. Keep it positive. Spam when it's appropriate during the chorus.
I think I called it too early.
Yeah, y'all a little early on this one, I gotta say.
I got the people going too early. I got them excited. The premature copy pasta.
Yeah, y'all a little slow at the moment on this one, but keep it positive about the players. Root for somebody, not against them. Spam when it's needed, and spam when it's good for the chat. And let's get into it. We've already got some misses coming out from Vaxei, though. That's just the nature of the beast on this pick. So easy to find any small little miss aim and then just chain miss 20 notes right afterwards. Those low BPM hidden streams on super high spacing, really, really tough to be consistent on.
Yeah, and if there is anything to talk about this map, it is that no lead is safe by any means, especially in the first quarter. This 50k lead, don't even think about it as a 50k lead. Think of it as like 5k, because by the time someone catches a note lock on the winning side, that other player can just catch up right just like that, because the drops on this can be catastrophic, as we saw last time.
Yeah, they really are just a little bit crazy on this map, but here we go into the first KI time. Y'all know what to do for this one, and the players know what to do as well. Spacing increases, the curvature gets a little crazier in these KI times. mrekk, though, seemingly no trouble on this one, and despite Vaxei with a really confident pick into this next map, mrekk is really showing up here. We get another probably couple of breakpoints in a row here as mrekk finally drops the combo over 1k by the time he does. That's a crazy run. He did play this up against Pindu, by the way, and he got 830 max combo, already almost ahead of his previous score.
This hack is nutty. This is like some... Oh my god, what's that peanut company name? It already ruins the joke. I just kind of want to ask people now. I forget. Is it literally just Mr. Peanut? What's that peanut company name? Chat knows. Someone knows. But anyways, he's looking nutty. That's all I'm trying to say. Planners, thank you, someone. I really wanted to know that. I couldn't make the joke.
And it's
now just not shaken up yet.
No, he's not at all. I mean, this is a really, really solid run from him. Finally finds a chain miss there. We're going into the last quarter, though, Etienne. It's still a 140,000 score lead for mrekk at this point. And there goes the combo for Vaxei.
Yeah. Bit of a slobber knocker to end this off, but I mean, oh my god, the first half was exhilarating to watch there. And yeah, the patterns get a little more convoluted, a bit more technical, a bit more alt-heavy. And yeah, those doubles there really switching the momentum of the song too. Tons of versatility that gets brought to the table in the last chorus here. And yeah, and it just doesn't let up too. The spacing gets more aggressive. The pattern gets different. There's even some slider shenanigans going on. And but that's going to be a point for mrekk. We're 4-3. This is a close one. We're still keeping it close, baby. We're keeping it close. And those scores are pretty close in terms of raw scoring mechanics too.
And you have to also take into account it's 4-3, but mrekk has the next pick, so this is the break point needed after that win on the precision pick for Vaxei, right? Vaxei wins mrekk's pick, and now mrekk wins Vaxei's pick. So we've still got the trades going back and forth between these two players, and as long as mrekk can capitalize on what he just did and win his own pick next, we're tied back up 4-4. This is a super close matchup between these two players. I think This is absolutely what people were hoping for between these two players, because regardless of how it turns out, this has been a treat to watch. It has been fantastic watching these two players compete all throughout the tournament, and we are actually going to see Logical Stimulus get picked up here in the grand finals.
Oh my god,
boy.
back to back?
More flow aim, by the way. More flow aim for these two. Logical Stimulus. If you don't know this map, go watch some replays on it, because this map is crazy. Or actually,
don't do that yet. Don't do it yet. Save for the stream. We need the viewers.
After this. Go check the leaderboards afterwards.
Yeah,
but
we need the numbers.
Yeah. This is just a crazy stream map, honestly. There's sections in the beginning and end of this map that just go completely nuts in this pick. Anything from super wonky cut streams to wiggle streams to just super high spacing, almost like the spacing we saw in Hidden 3. Almost that space. Not quite that high because the BPM's a little bit bigger in this one, 185 BPM, but that's the type of map that this is, just without mods. The middle section, notoriously slow in this song, so you do get a little bit of an easy part in this map. We do see some early breaks, by the way, from Vaxei. These cut double streams near the start of this map, giving him a little trouble. mrekk resetting the combo right afterwards, but higher accuracy. So again, every bit of score counts, every bit of accuracy counts, and it's gonna favor mrekk a little bit going into the first hard section of the map.
I'm not gonna lie, I love the fact that this is one of the few times where a player is picking a pick, not just because, you know, it might just be something they're strong at, but they're piggybacking just off of straight momentum. Like, they won on something with a central theme, and like, which was centered around flow aim and, you know, certain technical patterns like that. But I don't know, I love how mrekk just like, you know, round 2, you know, it's my pick, I'm gonna go for it. And I don't know, I just love seeing that, because you don't see that here and there. You just kind of have a game plan from the very start and just go off of that. And I'm liking this. And mrekk, I mean, it's paying dividends at the moment here.
His flow aim looks to be on point during this match, I have to say. You know, Vaxei was able to come out on top on Rubik's Cube, but it was a few thousand points away. We all saw how close that was. It was on a knife's edge throughout the entire ending of the map. Moly. And between Hidden 3 and this pick, man, I'm sold. mrekk flow aim, invest, man. Invest! Because these stocks are paying dividends right now, dude.
We gotta disclose for legal reasons. This is not, what's the saying? It's like, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor.
This is financial advice. I am a financial advisor. Invest in mrekk flow aim. Do it.
Well, we just lost our sponsors for next year, which happened to be Yuki Aim and HyperX. Go check them out. Homies supporting homies. They are responsible for the prize pool of this tournament, and HyperX giving out some good prizes. And if you want to know what some of those products can be, go check them out, and then go check out Yuki Aim too, because they're dope as hell. But anyways, back to the match. We got a 200% score lead from mrekk.
Well, we don't really have to go back to the match right now. This part's a little easy. It's a little bit free during this section, I have to say. And that's very, very good for mrekk. Look at the combo he has right now. He's probably going to go well over 1K during this section, because if I'm being honest, this middle section is not nearly as hard as the rest of this map. There's some cut streams here and there, but the spacing doesn't change nearly as often. It's not as extreme during the rest of the map. And while, yes, for most players, this would still be a relatively hard section of map, for these two, not so much. You can see both of them no trouble at all recovering accuracy during this section, in fact.
Yeah, now we got a 150k score lead. I mean, quite literally whoa, hold on a minute. That kind of threw me in for a whirl. But, you know, thankfully it didn't happen at the beginning of the break section. That would have been tragic. And we've seen that happen before, where players miss at quite literally the worst times, which is right before a break-oriented section. But we'll see what happens. You know, Vaxei could very well trade a miss fairly soon, but I mean, if there's anything Vaxei is good at, it is definitely adapting. Both players, just very adaptive players, and that's in the big string of misses. Ooh. But mrekk catching a break there, that could have been pretty scary.
That could have been very scary if Vaxei did not break during that section, because despite how good mrekk looked in the first half, he's been a little shaky here in the transition back into this higher spacing section. Both of them, no trouble during the space stream part of the map now, but the accuracy has evened up in the favor of Vaxei at this point even, and mrekk continues to drop these misses once every few hundred combo. That's not what you need going into the ending here, as now it's less than a 50k score lead. The chain miss is coming through. He's dropping so much score. The combo's there for Vaxei, and that's just going to be it.
There's nothing left. It is all for Vaxei's to take in this last section here. That isn't even meant to be FC'd. No one chose this map thinking anyone was going to FC the ending here. And that's going to be it. It's going to swing right back in Vaxei's favor.
Oh my god.
It's going to be 5-3. What happened in those 5 seconds? It just... I mean, I know it happened, but I'm like, I can't even process it.
Well, 60 misses. 60 misses happened in that section. 60 misses and quite a lot of hundreds during that section. That is a really unfortunate ending section of the map for mrekk, and that's really all there is to it. Score V2 is brutal. When you find those chain misses, when you drop so much accuracy. He went down 3% accuracy. It does so much to your score on Score V2 when you do drop that accuracy. Quite literally 30k down from where he was for mrekk at the height of those misses. And so if he doesn't drop those, if he at least doesn't chain miss, then it's likely to still go his way, but was not meant to be. And now we get another one of these Hard Rock maps picked up for Vaxei this time around. It is Stoicism by Sakuzio, the Jazz difficulty with Hard Rock. CS 6.5, awkward overlapping aim.
Yeah, this is such a fascinating map to me, and I love the song choice. It's a good change of pace for my sanity, if I'm being quite honest. I can use some good jazz after taking notes on all of the anime stuff I had to sit through. Not that I'm faulting anyone for liking it. I'm just saying it was a little hard on me. But yeah, like you said, and I mean, the ending is probably where this map shines the brightest, I think. The overlapping patterns at the end with CS. What is it, like 6.5 on Hard Rock?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just a little disorienting of a map to stay in tune with as well. You know, it's jazz. Jazz is a very convoluted genre and interpretive genre. So when trying to keep up with songs like this, you know, it's a big change. In terms of like atmospherically, like to just kind of get yourself in tune with.
See the kind of awkward patterning that goes along with a song like this. At the end, talking about the change in genre. It's definitely reflected in the mapping here. You get a lot of these really wide-angled jumps all over the place in this map, polygonal patterns to boot, lots of overlaps, patterns that double back on themselves as well. Neither player having a lot of trouble with it right now, both of them still on the full combo. We do see a slider break from Vaxei actually going into the second quarter of the map. mrekk still on that full combo, 98% accuracy. Pretty close for both of the players at the moment.
Yeah, and you got some of those brief slider jump transitions that can definitely trick players up. One of those tripping Vaxei up, actually. They just sneak up on you. They're so misleading difficulty-wise. You know, it just doesn't look like much, but it's such a confusing transition to kind of, you know, you can easily rush it or you can definitely undershoot it. You know, either one. Mainly the latter. But, wow, yeah, mrek's still at the FC, I believe.
Yeah, this is a really solid play from mrekk, actually. I think, you know, it's easy to forget exactly how good mrek's aim is when you're looking at a player who, you know, has been doing really well on the flow aim picks, has had a couple really close calls on stuff like Double Time 1, right, with Monster, where Vaxei just full combos, and what else do you do if you are mrekk besides lose that pick? Because Vaxei is Vaxei on that map, right? But this guy is, I think, pretty well regarded as the single best aim player in the game right now. There is a reason that he is here, and it is because his aim is the absolute best in the game. Does actually find an over-aim there. Section. Finds an over-aim on the 1/3, but look at the score lead. He's already 236,000 score up over Vaxei, even with the combo lead that Vaxei has right now. Unless there's some collapse here at the end of the map for mrekk, I don't think there's going to be enough time for a comeback.
No, I think this is one of these maps, thankfully for mrekk, where a catastrophic, sequence of drops will not probably happen, unless his computer shuts off or, lag switch, bad host connection. This is like an FPS. This is an FPS tournament.
Alignment of the stars, mom drops into the room, keyboard out of alignment, gaming chair in the wrong spot. Otherwise, I would have won.
Yeah, rogue gamma ray burst. It flipped a byte in Osu's game code. You know, anything can happen.
With those breaks from Vaxei, by the way, obviously this is going over to mrekk. Really solid first half for mrekk. Full combos basically the first 2/3 of the pick. I mean, how do you do any better than that on a map like this? This is well over 8 stars, by the way, after Hard Rock. I believe it's like 8.05 stars or so. 8.03 stars with Hard Rock. And
Double
almost
3 missed
CS7.
runs.
So, yeah, it's a little bit difficult. It's a little bit difficult to play that map really well. Both of them doing a fantastic job there. Like you said, ITN 3 misses for both
that was
of
a
them.
break point as well.
They're just trading each other's picks back and forth at this point.
No, really. No, that's exactly what's happening.
We've had 3 in a row.
mrekk really did have that last pick in the bag. It's just, oh man, it's great to see him bouncing back from that. You know, that was just such a tragic sequence of events. But you know, hoping to just get, you know, a double win here, or a double, you know, take 2 points in a row. I don't know if we haven't really been seeing that often. Like you said, they're just trading back and forth. But opting for DT3.
This is an interesting pick. I think this is a toss-up. But like, what do you, if you are mrekk, what do you pick at this point? That's the question I have for you, because, you know, there's not a lot of maps left up in this pool right now. Please swap back over to the map pool screen for a second. I mean, Nomad 1, Nomad 4, Hidden 1, Hard Rock 1, and Double Time 3, and that's about it. I mean, there's really not that much left, so it's tough to pick for either of these players at this point anything that is decisively in their favor.
At first, I thought you were asking someone to show the map pool, and I was like, do we actually have a production team? I was like, that's awesome. I guess all this time I've been joking about a production team. And I'm like, oh, I guess we got one.
The production team is whoever's streaming, in this case me, plus the graphic designer. Welcome.
Yo, both players are looking smooth on this. What the hell?
Yeah, this is crazy from both of these players. I think mrekk, after losing Kodama last weekend in pretty almost spectacular fashion, is out for a vengeance on the equivalent DT3 tech pick here in Grand Finals, because he is still holding SS halfway through the map. This is crazy. This is actually crazy. Last weekend, Kodama in finals went handily in Vaxei's favor. This weekend, not the case at all, regardless of how this map turns out. It is already a statement play from mrekk, still holding the SS 2/3 of the way through the map. It's all come down to the end.
In these situations, when you are holding a double S, he'd probably rather hold a 1/100 because the nerves just sink in immediately. Your CNS just goes buck wild when you're put in these stressful situations. Hopefully those couple hundreds actually might be a blessing rather than a deterrent, because that pressure is just so overwhelming. But I think even with the combo, he just needs to hold on for a bit longer, because Vaxei could strike at any moment. But I think this is already too severe at this point. Yeah, it's too severe at this moment. All eyes are on mrekk. Will he get the FC? And I think we're actually going to see, for once, no commentators curse. I'm willing to bet $50 on it this time, and we are going to see. Go ahead. Yeah, boy. Oh my God, 3/100. What?
I think that's the first DTFC on the map, by the way.
Hold on, an S from Vaxei? What are
S rank from Vaxei, 1 slider break on that for Vaxei. That is the first DT full combo on the map. The next best score on the leaderboard has 454 combo. So,
mrekk,
yeah,
relax,
that is
dude.
if you count hidden double time, the next best score is 800 combo, but I mean, that is just crazy from both of these players, honestly. That is something else, man. Fantastic scores from both of them, but almost like when we had Monster for DT1, it is one player on the overperformance on the full combo, and one player, just one combo break at all. Both of these players so fantastic at those DT picks.
Hidden 2. Or Hidden 1, I mean. I'm calling it. It's gotta be Hidden 1. Why? I cannot see Vaxei picking anything else, especially given how every single other hidden pick has went. I get that hidden one has its own identity as, you know, an old school jump map that, you know, maybe mrekk can favor in a way. I mean, even then it's still a toss-up, but it's hidden though. I feel like Vaxei just has to go off of that precedent alone, just like how mrekk went off of the precedent of flow aim, which unfortunately did backfire, but I feel like it was just the... All right, well, we're going Nomad 4.
Are y'all ready for the wildest tech map you've ever seen in your lives?
Because
that's what this map is.
Nutty.
This map is just the single wildest tech map you are ever going to witness in a tournament, and I say that without a shred of doubt in my mind. Without a single shred of doubt, the sliders in this are super fast. They've got slider ticks in multiple places on some of them. They are slider tick cheese sliders in some instances, and just disgusting wiggle accel decel streams all over the place. It is the most nutty tech pick that you will ever see in a tournament, and well, we talked about how good Vaxei is at tech maps. Basically, one of the best tech players in the world, if not the best tech player in the world right now. I mean, he's just... What else do you say besides I am excited to see what he does on this one?
Yeah, I'm pumped. I love seeing the first drop here. It's like comedic. This is a comedically difficult map.
It is almost. It's crazy. It's crazy. There's not a lot else you can say about it. We've described the patterns. We've talked about just how ridiculous it is. Let's get into it. Good luck, have funs are out. This is the last pick for Vaxei. We are tied up 5-5. These players get one more pick each, and that is it. It determines either a winner or whether we go to the tiebreaker. Vaxei betting it all on Nomad 4 right now for the success to get at least that tiebreaker guaranteed against mrekk for first place.
Cool. Both players hitting that first stream there. I know it might not seem like much since it's the first 10 seconds of the song, but trust me, we saw it in the one of the last tech picks where just that accelerating stream just can throw players off so much, and Vaxei catching a string of hundreds there, but obviously not going to be too crucial, but I don't know, man. Given how close all these matches to be, I feel like every bit counts, and oh, mrekk's going to hit one of those. Is he going to hit the second one, though? That's what matters.
He does.
Whoa,
he hits the second one. He misses the cut
this
stream afterwards. This is... It's just... these sections. This is what we were talking about, by the way. This is what we were talking about, by the way, where we mentioned comedic levels of difficulty. This is the wildest tech pick that you are going to see in any tournament. We do see Vaxei up about 1% in accuracy, and that's honestly where a lot of the score lead is coming from. You saw both of those players missing in basically the same spot, but more frequent misses for mrekk, more frequent accuracy drops for mrekk, and even where Vaxei misses first, mrekk misses shortly afterwards, and that's why this combo lead and this accuracy lead are on Vaxei's side right now. He actually hits all of that build-up section into the second drop now, and I don't think what happens in this drop matters. If mrekk hits this, he's just God mode.
mrekk looking very good on those super abrasive and just blistering fast sliders. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute.
He hit that?
How?
He hit that? Oh my god. Wait, is he actually going to be able to come back in this? He's still holding the combo at the end of this drop. This is just insane from mrekk.
What is happening? Who FCs the second half of this map? Actually, illegal activity is happening right in front of you. Someone call the police, because mrekk is on a murder spree with this map. Had a higher miscount, but when you were able to pull the type of stuff off in the second half of that map, you practically deserve to win at that point. That was some of the best damn tech I've ever witnessed in my life.
And I was excited for Vaxei to see what he would be able to pull out on this. I did not expect this kind of a score from mrekk on this pick. We saw him play it against Badu, and they both got 254,000 score. That was it. They were within 304 score of each other. It was that close, and they were both right at 254,000. That is such a huge improvement match to match for mrekk this weekend. It cannot be overstated how big of a deal that is as well. Going into his last pick up match point now, he can avoid this tiebreaker entirely versus Vaxei and force the bracket reset as long as he converts on his last pick. You've got 3 maps to choose from: Nomad 1, Hidden 1, and Hard Rock 1. For me, I'm choosing between Nomad 1 and Hard Rock 1, and mrekk is going to go with Hard Rock 1. It is Ohime-sama, the full-on anime Hard Rock map.
Yeah, and I would say the patterns in this are... This is a very this is probably the most normal pick here. The patterns really aren't anything to fawn over in terms of uniqueness or whatever, but man, do they not... They don't forgive at all. You know, to say it's not difficult would be an understatement, but I don't know. We'll see what happens here, man. This could be intense. Chat, be nice to the lady in the background. Know your manners, by the way. Thought I'd put that out there. But anyways, let's get into this, man. We're going to see one more map either way regardless, or we can see 13 more maps. Who knows? This is
the map to decide almost everything right here. It is, you have to be nervous for both of these players, right? Vaxei, you've been undefeated in 1v1s for what, 3 or 4 years now? That kind of reputation hangs in the balance at this point, because mrekk is on the cusp of taking this best of 13. And for mrekk, the reverse can also be said, right? You are on the cusp of taking a best of 13 against the GOAT right now in Vaxei. It all hangs on whether you convert on this last pick. And the only maps left up are aim consistency, notoriously RNG, notoriously difficult with nerves, but both of them hitting the beginning of this first Ki time. This is, like you said, Etienne, about the simplest map in the pool. It's really just all super comfortable jumps and a few bursts here and there. Nothing really reading intensive, nothing out of the ordinary in this map from what we would usually expect in Hard Rock 1. It's slightly high BPM, but that's par for the course at this sort of star rating, and neither of these players tripped up by anything. A bit of an accuracy lead for Vaxei right now at 99.4%, mrekk at 97.8%, not too far behind, but it really is going to come down to that combo on a map like this where, you know, the accuracy is going to be relatively high for both players, and it all comes down to the timing of the misses, how consistent the combo is as we get into this next high-speed jump section.
Hey, listen, you can, oh, never mind, I was just about to say, you could tell how nervous mrekk is given the accuracy, because this is definitely a map he could hold good accuracy on, but I don't know, man. You know, sometimes pressure makes diamonds, but it can also just kind of put you down a bit, and we're kind of seeing the latter happen, unfortunately, going into the second course, and I don't know, unless something happens here, a miss from Vaxei would balance out the match a bit, but a second miss from mrekk, I don't know, I think we might be going into tiebreaker just off of that virtue alone, and just mrekk struggling here.
Where the pressure doesn't create diamonds, it crushes the coal in its way. And unfortunately for mrekk, that is going to be part of this deciding factor, man. You need to be able to hold on to those nerves. You need to be able to control your aim when you are on a pick like this, and he is just not quite able to do so. Vaxei, however, still on the full combo, over halfway through the map, and showing no signs of stopping, still on the 99% accuracy as well. And that is that extra experience in tournaments, I think, that comes with having played the game for so long, even despite the nerves, despite being down match point. No troubles here in the breakdown section for Vaxei, and that will just about seal it up.
Vaxei wants one more shot and does not want to be playing 13 more maps potentially. He wants to just play 2 more, one being this, and to cap it all off with the tiebreaker. But I mean, it is going to catch the first miss there, but it's going to, I don't know. I don't even know what to say at this point. This has been such a crazy match. The only thing I know is that we're just going into the tiebreaker. That's all that's on my mind right now. Chat, y'all better prepare yourselves. This is going to be some crazy stuff. This is going to be, they're going to be schmoovin'.
How do you predict a winner on this tiebreaker, by the way? I don't even think you can. The pick in tiebreaker, it's not a incredibly well-rounded pick, but it's an aim map, 260 BPM or close to it, I believe 258 BPM or 260, and it is just a lot of that real comfortable snap aim that both of these players are super good at. A little bit of that awkward aim as well, but it is It's going to be interesting to watch. Both of these players have put up some fantastic scores all throughout the match. We've been trading breakpoints all throughout this best of 13 as well.
No, we really
it's been so many picks that are not decisive at all for either player. And regardless of the outcome of this match, both players really put on a show here. They put on one hell of a performance to get to this point, to get to the tiebreaker against each other. This is for everything, though. This is for bracket reset for mrekk. This is for gold for Vaxei.
I mean, yeah, you said it best. You really did. And, oh my God, I don't know. I'm running out of words to say. We're, like, in a tiebreaker scenario, where do you really draw the line between these two players? I mean, obviously, when you getting to tiebreaker is one thing, like, in an earlier stage, but in a situation like this, where there is so much on the line for both players in every facet possible. I don't know. There isn't a lot of articulation you can really provide here. You just kind of have to watch the fireworks and hope something falls down for you to just look at and appreciate. And with these 6 minutes, hopefully we can grasp at something beautiful.
One thing that we can look at in this map, you know, we've had a lot of maps played between these two already. They played in winners bracket finals. They played in this grand finals as well. And one thing to note, a lot of those high-paced maps, 260 BPM, were very close between both of them. We saw Vaxei's performance on Monster. We saw mrekk's performance on Recollection End Roll on the alt pick in Nomad that has a lot of that snap aim elements in it. We've seen what mrekk and Vaxei can do on that precision pick with all of that snap aim in the Ki times. We've seen what mrekk can do on Jingo Jungle when you get those types of really tricky flow aim patterns, and both of them on some really ridiculous ACK right now as well. It's not going to be a challenge at all. AR10, OD10 may as well be comfort for these two. They play it all day, every day, and it is... oh
my God. Is there a more gorgeous start to this? Can we just look at these two scores right now? I mean, this is quintessential tiebreaker scenario. This is as tiebreaker as it can get. And even if it's just the very start of the match, you just love to see how in sync these two players are and how well they know each other, how diverse their skill set is, and how similar they can be. And just seeing these two, I mean, this is the first tournament we've ever seen them. You know, they've met for the first time, you know, a few weeks ago, and now they're meeting up for a second hurrah to just put on a show, and my God, have they done that. But the only show they're going to be putting on is something that, I mean, you're going to be flicking through the channels, and there's only one that's going to be on every single channel. It's going to be this one.
This is... they met 1 week ago for the first time in winners bracket finals. There's a little bit of, I think, nerve shake coming out of mrekk right now. Misses before we get into the hard section of the map. Misses before that first Ki time. There's where the spacing actually increases, where it really picks up in difficulty. Vaxei still holding that FC from the start of the map. The early miss from mrekk is going to drop the score down in comparison over time. Score lead is going to grow, but there's the miss from Vaxei as well. Misses on the high spacing jumps, and that now really gives an inroad for mrekk. Maybe that early miss, a little bit strategic. Sometimes it helps to take the nerves off.
He needs to go into the second burst with a good combo. Oh, but that miss is going to be massive. That was such a fantastic opportunity. I mean, not down a lot, though. Was able to, you know, remedy it to some degree. You know, 20K, 23K-ish deficit. Nothing to scoff at, especially, you know, staying on pace with the ACK as well. I mean, it's still pretty even, all things considered.
It really is. I mean, this is still super close going into the ending section of the map. It's about 30k in the favor of Vaxei at the moment. It's going to climb little by little. He has about 100 combo lead right now, but all that can change at the drop of a hat, really. Any combo drop can change the situation, and there's actually a miss that comes out from mrekk. Drops the accuracy, drops the combo. There goes Vaxei in return. We're in one of those other high spacing sections in between Ki times right now. It's an ever so slight combo lead for mrekk. If he holds it for an extended period of time, it's going to help him claw back to that score lead that was lost in the first half of the map. We do see both players hitting the rest of this for now, but there's just so many of these high spacing jumps that can change at any moment.
Now he's picking up the pace. This is what we love to see. And these scores are going to become incredibly balanced. You see that red bar right below Vaxei's name? Keep an eye on it, because there's going to be some shifting shenanigans going on in a bit if all goes well for mrekk. But if Vaxei can just hold on and stay disciplined, I mean, actually, though, this is a great opportunity for mrekk to build up some combo here.
Yeah, it's a 200 combo lead for mrekk. That score lead, like you said, it's going to shift over as long as mrekk is able to hold. This section is not as difficult in comparison to those super high spacing sections that we had before. We're going into the last quarter of this match, Etienne, by the way. Combo lead for mrekk. It's less than 15,000 score in Vaxei's favor. This is as close as it gets here in the grand finals. And both of these players still going to hold on to the combo through the beginning of this PI time. It's
hitting
all
those
just going to
jumps.
It all comes down to this.
What the word was? I'm so speechless. I'm just so frozen up. I don't even know what to do here. And look at that red bar. It is disappearing. It's going to turn blue soon, Dio. It's going to turn blue.
It's going to turn blue in just about a second here if everything holds true. But here we go into the real hard section of the map. This last sixth or so of the song is the single hardest section in the map. Both of these players need to hold as long as possible. There goes mrekk's combo. He finds a job on the first set of full screen jumps. Vaxei now holding on to the combo where mrekk couldn't, and mrekk unable to get the combo back together as well. And it's looking like Vaxei. We talked about that tournament consistency. We talked about the history this player has.
Wait a minute. There's another mistake and balance things out, and I don't know. The combos are so even now. There just isn't a ton left. I mean, there's definitely a sizable amount, but I mean, mrekk can only have so much time. You know, time is just it's such a, I almost said finite. That's not true. I failed.
There's only so much time left in the map. I get where you're coming from. There's not a lot of combo lead for mrekk either right now. The accuracy slightly in Vaxei's favor. And Etienne, I think the timing of that miss was just a little bit too soon for mrekk. If he had held on ever so slightly longer, one more pattern worth of jumps, 10 more seconds, 5 more seconds might have been enough, but time ran out. And that is Vaxei taking gold at the end of Grand Finals. We talked about the players' history. We talked about the nerves that affect both of these players, the reputation on the line for both of these players, either the giant to be slayed or the giant slayer. But it is going to be the giant coming out on top. Vaxei, once again, finding the win at the end of a 1v1 tournament. But by God, did he have to work for it this time around.